Hello YouTube on this beautiful Sunday. Hope you're relaxing and taking it easy. It's a very nice day. I'm just taking a walk and iron my son's pants on. So I showed him how to iron and he still don't know, so he's still young, so he got time. I didn't really know how to iron until I feel like an adult. Like I didn't really, like my mom, she always ironed my shirts for school. And I didn't start doing laundry until I was 16 because she would take too long. Like I needed clothes, soon, and she would just take her time. And I'm like, that's what pushed me to do it myself. But my son, I pushed him to do it because he wanted to do it anyway. And he started doing laundry at 10. So now he's 13. But I'll still iron his stuff. I remember one time he's like, Mom, can you iron my shirt? And I was tired. I didn't want to do it. But, I iron stuff for him here and there. But I'm not really an iron person. Like most of my clothes, they kind of come out as is. But today's video is about the honeymooners. And now I see why. I never really liked it growing up. They had the reruns. I don't know if y'all remember on New Year's Eve. It was either Twilight Zone or Honeymooners. And Honeymooners, I felt like they was copying off of Amos and Andy a little bit. Those of you who don't know what Amos and Andy is. Amos and Andy is the first black comedy on TV, period. It is the pilot of all black comedies. You pay attention to what Amos and Andy was trying to do. A lot of black comedy shows followed that. So definitely pay homage to Amos and Andy because they opened the doors. And Honeymooners kind of copied it a little bit with certain things. But one thing that wasn't copied was the way. I didn't like Honeymooners because it was just a little boring, and I didn't like the way he used to talk to Alice, and my mom didn't like that either, and my grandma didn't like it either. And now as an adult watching it, I'm just chilling on a Sunday, and Tubi has the lost episodes, and it's good content, but I'm like, what woman is allowing her man to talk to her like that? Like, he don't even talk to her like a husband talks to a wife. He talks to her like a straight up child. Like, you ain't do my socks. And, it's like, who you talking to? And that's what people love about Amos and Andy, because Kingfish, aka George Stevens, he can never talk to Sapphire like that. She'll break his back. She'll beat his ass. Like, what? You can't talk to no black woman like that. Like, she going fight you to the teeth, so that's what we love about Amos and Andy, because it's like, you can't talk to no black woman like that. And Alice, she was just getting so much disrespect from this man Ralph, and it's like, that's why I didn't like it, because I'm like, why he talk to her like that? But their relationship was so dysfunctional, and then when I did the research, they only lasted for one season. So basically what my mother and grandmother was saying, a lot of people didn't like the Honeymooners, and I see why. And it's just, as an adult, when you watch TV shows from a different perspective, it's like, this is why things, and it really opens your eyes about things. And they lie to us and they say, women didn't work. Talk to your family members. My grandmother worked. She was a single parent. She was married and then she separated. And then my cousins, I got to talking to them. Their grandmothers never married. I'm like, wow, so they always try to portray the 50s and the 60s as, nobody made mistakes and everybody was perfect. Bullshit. So, my thoughts on the Honeymooners: very dysfunctional marriage. He always says sorry at the end of every episode because he knew he was wrong. And it's like, it's just sad that, you know, how he would talk to her, because you shouldn't talk to a dog like that, let alone you know, you don't talk to people like that, you know. So yeah, it's like, now that we're grown and we're big and we see things for ourselves, we see that the 50s and the 60s was a lie. It really was. It was not all peachy and creamy. It was not all perfect. And if you talk to certain family members, if they real enough, they'll tell you the reality of what was going on back then. There was side chicks back then. They just didn't have social media. So people tell, oh, you know, people disrespectful and da da da. Listen, you had all that back then. You had men doing disappearing acts. Hello. You had men with different families, all type of craziness back then. But they don't really talk about it because they try to get on us, like us, the new generation. We so wicked. Where we get it from? You know. So yeah, don't be blinded by the lies, guys. And those are my thoughts.